That last foul on Bobby Mays, his third. Each team with a couple of fouls. Nice move, Pargo navigating in the lane, and he has 4.
Minus that long NBA three, I've been impressed with the way Jeremy Pargo looking more for his teammates.
Soft touch, Scotty Hobson.
It's one of those games where you feel like Gonzaga's up 10 and you look at the scoreboard, you only have 3.
On the baseline. Oh, Pargo! The point guard throws it down using the dribble 6 for the senior from Chicago. Pargo a steal. He's got Gray with him. And the two-handed flush. Gonzaga by 7. Bruce Pearl wants timeout. Well, people asked, would the Zags do it at the defensive end? They've used the defense and turned it into offense. Pargo leading the attack, largest lead of the game for Gonzaga. On ESPN2 HD, and one of these teams get their hands on that sparkling trophy. Old Spice Classic, part of Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. Gonzaga's largest lead. They're up by 7. And the ACC Big Ten Challenge continues Wednesday night, a doubleheader on ESPN. 7:15, it will be Indiana and Wake Forest, and 9:15, North Carolina and Michigan State from Ford Field. And Andy Katz with more on that matchup.
Well, Tyler Hansbrough did not play against UNC Asheville today, and a North Carolina spokesperson emailing me this afternoon telling me that his right shin injury, the stress reaction, stiffened up on the long flight back to Maui, and North Carolina head coach Roy Williams will make a decision after Wednesday's shoot-around at Detroit's Ford Field whether or not he will play against the Spartans. Meanwhile, Michigan State head coach Tom Izzo said he doesn't know if Goran Suton will be ready to play against the Tar Heels either. He did not play in any of the 3 games here in Orlando.
Hobson, nice move. The freshman spinning and hitting. 10 for Scotty Hobson.
Comes a little bit of pressure off the made field goal.
Gonzaga by 5. Pargo into the lane. Goes to the left hand and banks it off the glass. 8 for Pargo. What a move.
We saw this last year from Jeremy Pargo. He has a knack for taking over games. Now, sometimes he'll force it, but you gotta like what he's done the last couple minutes.
Well, the strength of Jeremy Pargo is he gets to go wherever he wants to go because of that ball handling, that strength, using the left hand and leaning.
They got J.P. Prince on a foul. That is number 2 on Prince.
Scotty Hobson right there. I think he might have had a couple pivot feet. But very athletic.
It's hard to imagine they have not had a McDonald's All-American since the 90s. He's the first.
I don't know if did they have McDonald's All-Americans when you played, Lynn? No, I mean,
did they have McDonald's when I played?
Well, yeah. Oh, I know, because I know Bernie and Ernie would have been McDonald's All-Americans.
Bernard King and Ernie Grunfeld. Pargo putting it on the floor, pulling up, and Downs fighting for the rebound. Saved nicely over there on the side by Tyler Smith. And Prince finds Smith. Leaning, and he's fouled. Micah Downs charged with that one, his first.
We talk about Tyler Smith doing so many things for his team. Puts his body on the line to save that. Possessions have been so critical in this game because of the spurts.
Our Star Watch update, Smith and Heitfeld both contributing. Josh watching at the moment.
In a game of runs, you certainly don't want to interrupt, the possession flow. You don't want to give the other guy an extra opportunity, particularly with Gonzaga going on a run. Tyler Smith, again, put his body on the line to save that.
Tennessee against Georgetown. The Vols won 90-78 with about 10 minutes to go in the game. They were up by 8. The Hoyas were up by 8, and Tennessee finished on a 35-15 run. 35-15.
That speaks to the depth. You know, as Bruce Pearl says, your 5 may be better than our 5, but are your 10 better than our 10?
You see the step out by Brian Williams. Good help.
Sacre down low, the 7-footer gets fouled. Mark Fuse got depth like that guy, the 7-foot sophomore from North Vancouver, British Columbia. Zags by 5. Gonzaga by 5, part of Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. And well, right now, Tyler Smith on the bench.
And he went out at 12:04. There's 11:44 on the clock, so he's missed 20 seconds of game time, but he's gotten about 4 minutes of rest so far. So let's see how long Bruce Pearl keeps him out, but a smart move on his part to sub before the TV timeout.
Austin Days just checked back in for Gonzaga, and he has 3 fouls, only 3 points for Austin Day. In fact, first 3 points of the game.
What?
Sacre contests.
What was that? I mean, that was a throw up by Hobson. He just didn't even have his feet under him or anything, just trying to get it up on the glass. A time and score situation. Not the kind of thing you expect.
To make Bruce Pearl throw up.
Day spinning. How about that move? But it's an air ball. And the little fella down low, Dimitri Goodson, follows. Wow.
Well, they love this guy because he brings you that Houston intensity. Very quick. His brother, football player, running back at Texas A&M, Mike Goodson.
Dimitri from right outside Houston in Spring, Texas.
You can put 2 athletic guards out there now if you're Mark Few and Goodson and Fargo.
Gray deflects, shot clock winding down. Hobson from deep. Off the rim, tracked down by Prince.
I love this guy.
Into the lane, and he's fouled.
Huge offensive rebound, because again, on that possession, if Gonzaga goes down the other way, they're going to have an opportunity to go up by 9 or 10.
Look at the second half field goal shooting. Teams combined 16 out of 24.
And you know what you love about that rebound too? There's like 3, 2, 1 on the shot clock. All 9 other players should be really alert. You know the ball's going to usually come off to the other side of the floor. Prince chases it down.
And it's one of those range rebounds that is so important. You can't get everyone above the rim.
That last foul was on Jeremy Pargo. That's his 3rd. So Pargo and Day with 3, Brown with 4 for Gonzaga, and Mays the only volunteer with 3. Prince hitting the 1st and the 2nd, and well, no bigger free throws than the ones he made to beat Memphis. And Heitfeld the other end, the leak out and the slam.
Well, Gonzaga continues to answer every mini run by Tennessee.
Out of bounds, a turnover, Gonzaga basketball, and check out the Bulldogs pushing.
Well, the last 2 Tennessee possessions just negated by the turnover and this leak out. Josh Heitfeld just out-hustled Wayne Chisholm down the floor.
18 turnovers, by the way, on Tennessee. And yet still they're within 7.
And here's where defense obviously plays a huge role in this game of basketball. Not always does your offense click. Not always can you knock down shots. But if you can consistently string together some stops, helps get you back in the ball game.
Gray pulls up and hits. Stephen Gray, 17 for the sophomore.
And he's out of that slump that he started the season with, 3 for 18 behind the arc.
And obviously, conversely, if you can't string together some stops, you're going to get run out of the gym.
Yeah, Stephen Gray, one of the better shooters in the country, 4 for 6 from 3 in this game. As Fran mentioned, started the year 3 for 18. And they get Heitfeld with the block.
Well, this is a guy from Bainbridge, Washington. Didn't play in his first 10 games as a Zag because of a wrist injury, but he finished the season strong. And if you talk to the Gonzaga coaches, they'll tell you he's one of the best shooters they've had in Spokane in a long time, and they have had guys, some good ones. Derek Rivio and Richie Fromm, and of course Adam Morrison, Dan Dickow.
Under 10 to go in this one. Largest lead of the game for Gonzaga. Bulldogs by 10. Tyler Smith to inbound. And finds Chisholm. Chisholm's been kept pretty quiet. He's